Buddy, here I am at West Edmonton Mall. 24 hours I've been going since Toronto. My daughter laid up pretty bad. She got through the surgery, everything went, but and I paid for that. So did my ex. We split on that. People talk about free health care. I've never known such a thing. People talk about universal health care. We pay tremendous taxes. A whole lot isn't covered. We're two-tier, no different than the States. Just their private system is a lot more encompassing because most of the population isn't entitled to any of the Medicaid or Medicare. But that's not why I'm doing this video. It's been hammered at me from all kinds of angles. Everybody thinks they figured something out and that, oh, big savior, Premier Danielle Smith, she's got all the solutions. Well, again, I know all of the best legal experts in the entire world, bar nobody else in Alberta. It's not to brag. It's not to pump myself up. I've got the two best, absolute best in Canada who now work for the United States of America. Long gone from Canada. Long gone. Right? Because this country is a joke. And I'm going to go through it all step by step. Let's start with number one. Number one, that is a big problem for the United States of America, has been for 120 years. And why they don't entertain Canada breaking apart. They don't. Doesn't matter if it's Democrat, Republican. You'll never get a presidency to support you ever. Ever. Now, if you want to go above that, I did present an international legal system for that, and I'll get to that, which nobody's talking about, again, because you're going to play the Crown's game. And that's what this is. So I need everybody to share this because it's huge. And I'm going to be very clear and articulate. 5 points. Five points. So let's start with the biggest one. Like I said, the First Peoples. ICC. That's a Russian and United States and Canada Arctic deal. Uh-oh, Alberta, you're stuck. You're going to have to negotiate that with the United States and Russia. And what are they going to say? Sorry, we've cemented that. We're UNSC, back to international law. So you can forget all Inuit Arctic overlap. You've lost that already. Done like dinner. You're not taking Alberta anywhere. Hate to say that. You've got a big mountain, Russia and United States, who's very pissed at you right now. And Alberta, who just traded under Danielle Smith 7.3 million barrels of oil in March. We've got it end of April. It's even climbed higher. I think it's in the tune of 9 million now, as USA and China are in a massive trade war. And so is Canada. Trump's not happy. Not only Trump, but the entire administration. That's huge. You're not going to have a lot of friends in Congress and Senate. Unfortunately, Danielle Smith says she does. It's all a lie, an absolute lie. So then we have Métis, who all have private property rights, the only ones settled in Canada, in Alberta, massive private lands. Nobody's bothered to even talk to them. They have a massive amount of lands. In fact, they're the largest private property owners. Everybody. Private property owners in all of North America. Bill Gates is a joke compared to the Alberta Métis. Yeah, that's right. Then you have an unsurmountable odds that overlaps British Columbia and Saskatchewan, known as the Numbered Treaty Indians, who have massive people, massive claims, not settled, however settled in the United States. And you think that you're going to bypass that in the face of the United States, who holds all of those treaties and all of those British treaties, which gives the United States a big chunk of southern Alberta, a huge chunk of Treaty 7. I know, no one's told you this. Donald Trump knows all about it. In fact, all of American Democrats and Republicans know all about what Trump's talking about here, where he can annex out of Alberta, not just Alberta, but a big chunk of Alberta right away from Alberta. Bye. You don't know what you're messing with. That's number one. And everyone's still ignoring that. That's called the Louisiana Purchase. That's a UK-USA treaty, not your country Canada treaty. Canada can't enforce that treaty. And Trump, as president, can remove that anytime he wants. He's already threatened all of Canada with that. But Alberta loses a big chunk. Gone. Your natural gas fields, gone. They want to take it, they'll take it. And those are Turtle Island peoples settled in the United States. Absolutely. You Albertans, you Canadians have no idea. Number one, you're already fucked. Danielle Smith and her bullshit is fucked. This is small brains, pea brains, people who have no idea what they're dealing with here. That's number one. Number two, UCP, their membership is 175,000. Danielle Smith reduced this referendum quota to 177,000, encompassing her entire political party. What's the population of Alberta? How many eligible voters over the age of 18 in Alberta? Oh yeah, 2.9 million. Do you think in any international law that makes any quota, let alone Canadian bullshit law? The answer is no, not even close. Which brings me back, right? Oh, and then she increases it to 120 days. All 87 ridings. I still say good luck with that. You're all being cheated out of money, filling good friends, Alberta Prosperity Project, and people who are whittling money out of you, stealing all your money away. They've been doing that. Millions of dollars from a lot of folks. Then we got number 4, Clarity Act. Everyone keeps skipping that. Supreme Court of Canada, full authority. You've already lost your superior courts. You've lost your lieutenant governor. Danielle Smith can't get anything done through that process. Made illegal by Canada. You're not going to get through. And no government in the world's going to support you. You want to know the proof of this? Again, a good friend of Donald J. Trump's is currently the president of Spain. In 2017, he vetoed Catalan, who blew Alberta away. Easily won a mass majority, 96th percentile of that adult population over the age 18. 96th percentile. Alberta, you haven't positioned anything over 0.7%. 0.7%. I know. I was the guy who ran it in Alberta. I'm the only guy who ran it in a clear majority in Alberta in 2019. 0.7%. Wow. Wow. And that 96th percentile, Donald J. Trump vetoed. Not just Donald J. Trump, all the allies. Which brings me to the number one way, which I presented in 2019, that nobody wants to do, not Danielle Smith, no Albertans, because they're full of shit. That's called the United Nations Security Council. Simple referendum. You go apply to them. They host it. For all Albertans, they make a simplified question. Very simple. Pictorial. So it doesn't matter what native language you got, whatever you got, they'll do that. But it's going to require a whole bunch of other things done that I went through in the first 5 points. In fact, number 1. And nobody's bothered to do that. Why? Because it's all bullshit. This is the most credible, real, verifiable video you're ever going to get. I know everything there is to know about independence. I studied it massive. I presented the legal path in 2019 that nobody wants to adhere to because they don't really want to separate. It's a con job. Milk your money, fuck you over, get you all worked up thinking you have a solution, and guess what you get? Sweet fuck all. Because that's what the Crown does. Danielle Smith is not your friend. None of the Crown are. They hate Donald Trump. They're in bed with China. And by the end of tomorrow, with all I got on my plate right now, I'm going to finish a video and load that onto YouTube to show you China, my home province of Alberta, the most Chinese-embedded province and region in all of North America that you can't even replicate in the United States of America. Can't find a single place like that, let alone Canada. Maybe British Columbia, maybe I could find some of it, but not the military. We're going to shoot that video. I'm shooting that video for you. I've already done Eastern Canada. You're going to see what life's like in Eastern Canada under that liberalism. And And why they're the way they are there, because they don't have the autocracy that Albertans have, that largely was brought on by the provincial governments in Alberta. And you all ignore that, and you think USA's stupid. You think Donald J. Trump is some goofy, dumb idiot. He is a genius. And not only him, a pile of American leaders from both the Democrats and Republicans, whether you like that or not, in a full majority in those parties. Sure, they got some loons, but they've got some very, very highly intelligent people. And so many more than Canada could ever muster. You know why I know it? Because the best of Canada always goes to the United States. All our best are there. All of those who've written all of our legal systems today and wrote our education for our legal systems are all working in the United States. Canadians don't want to hear that. That's called truth. You'll find this over and over. You're done. You're screwed. There is a legal path, but no Albertan really wants to do it, and no Crown government wants to do it. That's my video. Share, share, share if you care about credibility. Now I'm going to be bringing forward a North American Helsinki Act. Real, credible, verifiable. Short little signature drive. Doesn't cost anybody much but their own postage of their stamps. Top $9. That's it. We're going to get some real action done. And I don't need millions of dollars from anybody. I've never needed money from anybody, because it's called using your brain and staying within the legal system and the world system. You do that, you can get a lot achieved. But like I said, people don't really want to get anything achieved. That's why they go with the bullshit narratives. That's my video. Share, share, share. Get it out there. I should probably tag Jonathan Bahai after this. Thanks, everybody. Bye now.